Hi guys, welcome back to Sheri Proof. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'm so happy that you guys are here. But before we get into today's video, I literally just want to send love, well wishes, prayer to all of you and your families. It's been such a difficult time for all of us this past year, and I feel like it's been a bit overwhelming for me. I feel like almost every single day we have to express condolences to somebody that we know, somebody that's close. And it's like if almost everyone has been touched in some form or fashion that hurts when it comes to COVID-19. And I really just want to send best wishes to all of you for health, for strength, and just for love, and for all the best things and great hopes that we could all have for ourselves and continued faith in God. I just feel like my heart is so full in so many ways. It's difficult to express, but you know what, we are in this thing together, and let's just pray for the best outcome for all of us and for our families. I have been wanting to do this for a while because I think the last video that I did in this regard was about 2 months ago, and today I want to talk about my yays, my nays, and my blares. Okay, in other words, the makeup products that I have been absolutely loving and the ones that were probably not that impressive. So should we start with the good, the bad, or the ugly? And I mean, I'm doing this video, I know there's a lot going on and everything, but you know what, this is just some entertainment, just to take our minds off of stuff and just, you know, to help the anxiety a little bit. So let's just get started. So there isn't any product in here that I absolutely hate, so they're not completely no's, but there are some things that I'm on the fence about, and I'll tell you why, and I'm going to start with those. So the first thing is this, and it's by Bobbi Brown. I actually wanted to talk about this in the last video. That's how long I've had an opinion on this, and this is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, SPF 15, full cover, oil-free, shine control. It is a mouthful. I have the shade Golden Honey 5.75, and I was actually sent this in PR to try, to test for review, and I was so happy because it is my first Bobbi Brown foundation, and I've always been wanting to try one. Right now, there are a couple things about this. I have in front of me here the list of claims because I want to go through those and my thoughts on that and tell you why this is not necessarily one of my favorite products. Now, there may be people who love some of these things that are not my faves, and that's completely fine because we all have different skin types, different skin issues. We are living sometimes under different conditions, and products will perform differently on us. So guys, let's not sweat it, okay? So the first thing is, I want to just say that they have a large shade range. It's like 40 shades, which is pretty good. It was, I think, more or less easy for me to figure out my shade. Generally, I kind of eyeball my shades. I have never had a Bobbi Brown foundation, as I mentioned before, and this shade 5.75, if you're a MAC NC44, I think this is going to be dead on your shade. It's a really lovely shade on my skin tone as well, and it's not too yellow, it's not red at all. I find it's a nice neutral, although it's a Golden Honey. It's nice kind of neutral warm in that area, and that's kind of like where I like my foundations to be. Now, one of the claims is that it is 16-hour wear. Now, the longest I have worn this foundation for is like 14 hours. The foundation is actually about here right now in the bottle in terms of how much I've used, and I will definitely say it is very long wearing. This foundation actually reminds me, or wherever I wore it, I'm thinking about this is a really good foundation to wear for work because it is very, very lightweight. It is weightless. That's one of the claims, and it's so true because I actually have to continue looking into my mirror like, am I wearing foundation? Because you really don't feel it on your skin at all. And it has the kind of feel on the skin, when I say the feel or the look and the performance, to me, kind of like Revlon Color Stay, which is a foundation that I will actually reach for a lot when it comes to having long days and so on. So I haven't worn it for 16 hours, but I did wear it for 14 hours, and I found that it was really good in terms of managing my oils. I'm oily. I get very, very oily in the T-zone. It comes out all on the cheek and chin area around here, and my skin looked really good. The oils came through beautifully and all of that. One of the other claims is that they say that this is non-acnegenic, and I have to say that's true. This did not break me out at all. I will say though that it has a kind of weird herbally type of scent of the foundation, but that scent doesn't last at all. Like from the time you put it on, within a couple of seconds it will completely dissipate. Now, in terms of the coverage, they say that this is a medium coverage foundation. I actually found it to be a very light coverage foundation on me. I mean, I do have some spots and so on my skin, but 3 pumps was enough for me to get medium coverage on my face, and it is very, very buildable. So what I like about this, and that's why I call it like a very good day-to-day foundation, is because you, with one foundation, you can get like light coverage, you could build it up to medium, and I think you could go a little bit further. I don't think I'll get full coverage with this foundation at all. It's too lightweight for that, and then you're going to be using a lot of product. Then I also loved actually using it with both a brush and a sponge. I am a sponge girl at heart. I just love the fact that, like, if I go in with a brush, I will usually finish off with the sponge just for that smooth finish. But with this, I had no problem with either. In terms of the build up, being able to get the coverage that I wanted, no problems at all. I will also say that one of the claims that they make is that there would be barely any transfer, and I will say that is very, very true. I did wear this with a mask, and I was pretty impressed as well with how little of the foundation transferred off onto the mask compared to other foundations. So that is a claim that I'll definitely stand by. But why is this not one of my faves, and why I really wanted to talk about this product in this video, is because within like very, very short time, this completely settles into all my pores and my lines around my mouth. Now I have lines here. I mean, that happens with every foundation, but it happens just really, really quickly. Although it was managing my oils in terms of how my oils came through on my skin, I felt like my pores looked exaggerated. And I mean, we all have pores, and that's fine. And I tried with a lot of different primers, and I found that I was having that same issue much more than I have with other foundations. And that's why I'm on the fence. Like, I will use it out, but I haven't been reaching fit much because of that look. However, I found a way to remedy that, and I'll be using it out like this, because when I mix the Bobbi Brown with my Dior Backstage, which you all know I absolutely love this Face Somebody foundation, I actually have been wearing this in some of my videos recently. You'd see it in the description box, or photos that I post on Instagram or Facebook. So you will know when I've actually been using this combination, and I think together these two look amazing. So I'm definitely going to be able to finish this and be happy about my look by mixing it with the Dior. The next product I'm on the fence about, and this may not surprise you guys because I did give you some sneak peeks in my Instagram stories, is this, right? This is the KVD Beauty Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. This is what it looks like. I got the shade Tan 66. I think this is a fantastic shade for me. Again, I eyeballed it. Kind of looked at some YouTube videos. I looked at swatches and all of that, and it is a really, really good shade match for me. So if you're on my skin tone, this will be a good option. I think I could get away with the shade lighter, and I'll tell you why. I really got this because the hype was real. Like, everybody on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, everybody was like raving about this, and I got it having my concerns, because I was like, how is it going to perform on oily skin? How is it going to perform in very humid conditions, very hot conditions, and so on? Because that's where I live, and that's why I got this. So I got this because a lot of you were also messaging me like, Sheri, what are you going to do about the Good Apple foundation? Are you going to try it? So I eventually bit the bullet and I picked it up, and I have my thoughts. So the first thing is, without a doubt, everybody has been raving about the coverage of this foundation, and rightly so, because with a very, very little product, you will get full on foundation. I will say that I have loved using this with both a brush and a sponge. I gravitate to the sponge simply because I could share out that look of the foundation, because I don't want a lot, and I will literally just go in with the back of my sponge just a little bit into this foundation, put it on, and I will cover the whole half of my face. Then I do it again, and I get the coverage for the next half of my face. I'm actually wearing this foundation today, and I think that it looks really beautiful. This is the foundation I would absolutely reach for filming, for social media, for photos. It looks flawless in pictures and so on, and I am using here a very, very light layer, and I think that it looks really good. Like, what do you guys think? It looks amazing. So I cannot fold the foundation there. But when it comes to wear, and that's why this is going to be my filming foundation, this is not going to be something that I'm going to put on to go out, to go to an event or anything like that, because a couple of things happen. Number one, this foundation oxidizes on me. Like, literally within an hour, I am going to look like I was just sunbathing all day on Maracas Beach, and I got a really, really good tan. Now, it doesn't look like so bad, but it's definitely noticeable, because I started to realize when I was doing my wear test with this foundation, like, wait a minute, what was going on? How come my foundation was looking so much darker? Like, when you just apply it and with a couple of minutes and so on, I don't see that, but like as time goes along, it oxidizes terribly on me. So that's one thing. And that's why I think that if I tried one shade lighter, it may end up working out to be like pinpoint exact wonderful on my skin. The second thing is, as soon as my oils and so on start to come through, I find that this really emphasizes texture on my skin. Like, I was seeing texture that I'm not accustomed to seeing with other foundations. So even on my bare skin, I'm like, is this foundation creating issues in me? Is it creating texture on my face? I don't know, but it was kind of weird what was happening. And again, that was happening like with wear, very quickly into the foundation wearing, not like 4 or 5 hours later. I will say though that I tried this with a lot of primers, and I was showing you guys on Instagram when I was doing my tests and so on. The side without the primer actually kept wearing better. Now, the first time I used it, I realized, okay, because of the base of the foundation, I probably should be using certain types of primers. So I completely switched over, and I was still having the same effect. The side without primer was wearing way better. I will say that the oils came through nice. I didn't have a problem. Yes, I got oily and so on, but 6-7 hours later, I was not upset with how the foundation looked in terms of the oils coming through. I will, however, still recommend this to be a foundation that's much better for normal to dry skin in terms of the length of wear. And if you are somebody with texture, it's definitely going to emphasize it. Maybe for those of you with absolutely flawless skin, this would look amazing in terms of the long-term wear. But yeah, this is going to be definitely my photo video type of foundation, not one that I will reach if I'm going to actually leave the house and wear it out for any length of time. The last thing I want to say about this foundation is that it broke me out, and I actually wore it every day for a couple of days well, and by the second day I realized, wait a minute, something was going on. Now, it could be because this is a more type of balmy type of foundation, and I also thought I wouldn't like it. Actually, like I said, I love how it looks on my skin, but maybe because I was wearing it like day after day after day on my skin, it was starting to kind of clog my pores a little bit more. And you all know I am very good with my double cleanse and all of that, so I was getting like little whiteheads because of it. So I also know again that this is not going to be a foundation that I will wear on a regular, on every day, because of that. It might be a little bit too heavy on my skin. But that being said, I actually don't feel it on right now. I mean, I know that I'm wearing makeup, but it does not feel extra heavy or anything like that. Have you tried this foundation yet? What do you guys think? Are you going to try it? I'd love to hear. So everything else are the things that I have been absolutely loving. Now, I can't talk about everything because this video is already too long. So the next items are these. They are some liners that I have fallen in love with, and these are K-Beauty because I have been trying out some K-Beauty makeup. I can't really get hugely into the K-Beauty makeup because there are a lot of things like complexion products and so on that will absolutely not work for my skin tone. But they do have some products that have like cult following, and I am one of those people that I'm always looking for waterproof when it comes to eyeliners because I have very sensitive eyes. My eyes are always watering. If the Sahara dust just a little bit, that's it for me. I'm like crying all day kind of thing. So I need waterproof, like waterproof eyeliners, waterproof mascaras. So I found these in my, I've been testing quite a few and I absolutely love them. So this one is a pen. This is the MacQueen New York waterproof eyeliner pen. Just going to show you the tip. This is the best eyeliner pen in terms of ease for me to use. It's what I use today. I will include a clip of how I used it and everything. But this is amazing. This is what it is. It is black. It's not like the blackest black, but it is a really deep black, and it is definitely waterproof. It is long wearing. I love how easy it is for me to flick my hands with this without like making mistakes and so on. There are some pens that are actually kind of difficult for me to use that a lot of people love, but this one works really well. And then this is the pencil form. So these are called the MacQueen New York waterproof pencil gel liner, and this is in pencil form. Right, so I have two shades. This one is their black shade. It's called 01 Smoky Roasting Latte. And let me show you what it looks like now. I need to sharpen so that's the pencil there. next to this is the pen, and then this is the pencil next to it. So you could kind of see what the shade looks like. They are really black. And that's actually what I have on my waterline. I use this as well to tightline. It is so super easy. My eyes never water with these. They last for a long time, and they are definitely waterproof. I highly recommend these. I will keep reaching for them on. The other color that I have is 02 Espresso Latte, because I do love having a nice chocolate brown. I do like having a nice chocolate brown liner as well, that I could use on my lower lash line. So these and the julep are the liners that I have been absolutely reaching for. So the next three items are palettes, and I have been obsessed with these. Now let me just mention this because yeah, the two are from the same brand. And the first one is this. This is one of the Viseart neutral matte eyeshadow palettes, and I was supposed to get this in BoxyCharm. They shipped the wrong one to me, and then when there was a Boxy pop-up, I decided no, I needed to get this because I do have other Viseart matte palettes that I absolutely love. Oh my god, I am so glad I got it. Since I got it, I have been so obsessed with this palette. The matte, I don't have to tell you how good Viseart mattes are. If you are a BoxyCharm subscriber and you do see any of the Viseart matte palettes on sale in Boxy pop-up, pick it up. You are not going to regret it. They are used by some of the world's top makeup artists, especially for show business and bridal, everything. These are just extremely high quality, some of the best matte you'll ever use, and I love those. I'm glad to have that one in my collection also. I think that might be my 5th or 6th Viseart palette like that, because I do have some of the smaller ones that have shimmers and all that, but the mattes are definitely where it's at when it comes to Viseart. And the next thing are these. Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god. These are by Rare Beauty. I have had these since November last year, and they've literally been sitting in my collection until a couple months ago, and I picked them. I'm like, okay, you know what, I really want to get my Viseart palettes back into rotation, which are all mattes. These are all shimmers, so I started to use this. And if you have been checking out the details of my videos, my pictures and so on, you will be seeing Rare Beauty in everything, because Lord have mercy, I have been so crazy about these shadows. The sun, you'll do watch those and just think like, what is that? They are so stunning on the lid. I will include swatches for you to see them. So this one that I just showed you is Confident Energy, right? And then this one is called Magnetic Spirit, and this is the one that I'm wearing on my eyes today. I did use the Viseart palette that I just showed you to set up the matte of the look, and then I used this palette on my eyes. So yep, this shade that's to the end here is the shade that I have in my inner corner. The purple that's here, this purple shade is the one that I have in my outer corner, and then I literally tapped the first one on top of that to get the kind of look that I have at the center of my eye there. I absolutely love it. Every single look that I've done with these palettes I've enjoyed, but there is one particular shade that I am obsessed with, and that's this one. The shade is called Ablaze. I will just swatch that one simply because I cannot get enough of that shade. It's like a old olive green gold I don't know how to describe it. Look at that, stunning. Listen, I have been putting this over my lid as a one shadow look and just blending out the crease with some matte forever, and I have loved it every single time. I'm not fed up with it. These are so creamy. The colors and the shades, you'd look at the palettes and think like, oh, what can I do with that? But then when you start to use them, the looks that you get are really beautiful. Even the inner corner highlight I have, it's very subtle, but it's this very light, almost white gold type of shade that I have inside there, and it just gave me just a little bit. I just touched it lightly to get this look, but oh my god, do not sleep on these. The quality of these reminded me of those shadows, like those metallic shadows that I love from Jouer. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I have two more items I need to talk about really quickly, and this one I also got in BoxyCharm. This is by Laura Mercier, and this is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder Highlight 01. And when I first got this, I thought I was going to be too light for me, but that's the highlight that I'm wearing today. Like, listen, this thing just, they say matte radiance, but this thing just melts into the skin. And like when I first got it, I was like, oh no, this thing is not gonna be flattering on my skin tone, but then it does that. I just put a little bit of it here. I don't know if you could kind of see what that does, but it's like when you start to move, that thing picks up the light in the most gorgeous, beautiful way. I love it. If I see this in Boxy Pop Up, bet you bottom dollar I'm going to pick up some deeper shades, maybe number 2 and number 3 based on what I've seen. Whew, but I have been loving that. Like, it's been the highlight that I've been reaching for. And finally, last item that I've absolutely been loving is, you all forgive me, my hair needs to wash. It is in a terrible condition right now, and yeah, we're just doing this video. Is this is from Zoeva, and this is their Velors collection, the Pure Velors box. It comes with 8 full-size liquid lipsticks, and I have just been like going crazy over these. I've won 5 of the shades. Today I am wearing All Is Calm, which is this shade, and I actually put it all over my lips, and then I went in with the one that like totally stole my heart, and this is Pale Plethora, and I just touched the center of my lips just to lighten it a little bit. But these feel so beautiful. If you love Sephora liquid lipsticks and you love Ofra, that very comfortable like moussey texture on the lips that allows you to maneuver, it's not going to dry down. Like literally I don't feel like anything. It feels like I'm just wearing like a regular lipstick. Super comfortable. I love the doe foot applicator on these. It makes it so easy to line your lips, to draw out the shape that you want, and you have time to manipulate this. These are so good. They take about, I will say, 2 to 3 minutes. So there's no stickiness or anything, like 2 to 3 minutes to fully dry, and when it's dried, you are set. Watch, there is a little bit of transfer. So that's the same kind of thing that happens with the Sephora ones, with the Ofra ones, and so on. But that is what I think helps it in terms of the comfort. But this is very long wearing. I love that. I have been in love with this formula. Zoeva is one of those brands, in my opinion, is very underrated. A lot of people, you know, they don't talk enough about Zoeva, but Zoeva makes high quality products. This is a European brand when it comes to makeup. Very good products, and yeah, I'm so glad that I picked that up recently. It's been amazing. I can't wait to wear those 2 reds, that red and that deep burgundy. I will definitely be posting a picture. So guys, I definitely want to hear from you. What are some products that you've been trying to make up recently that you've been absolutely in love with? Probably what you didn't like. What have you been able to make work that you did not like? I would love to hear about that in the comments below. I'll see you guys in another video soon. Take care. Bye.